I'm Shredmaster Scott, and this video is a crazy finger tapping lesson. So we'll be using the Canon and D progression to tap, and let's get the camera up here. I'd actually recommend any lick you're working on, try playing it through a chord progression. It's going to make you a lot more musical. So I'm going to take you through each of these shapes that I'm playing, and if you want the tab for it, just hit the link in the description below. That'll send you to my Patreon page. I think I'll throw the tabs up on the screen as well. So with finger tapping, there's a few mechanics you want to keep in mind, and we'll run through those, how to best get the cleanest sound that you can. As I said, we're tapping through the Canon and D chord progression, which is D, A, B minor, F sharp minor, G, back to D, G, A. So here's how it goes. The first shape that I'm playing is this third. You got the notes F sharp and D, and I'm not using any, right? I'm just tapping out from nowhere, no picking help. I'm just putting my right hand here to mute the strings a little bit, which actually is a really important point. Keep that right hand there so that you can mute the strings and quell a little bit of unwanted noise. So our first shape, I'm tapping with my middle finger here on the 12th fret of the D string. Like a lot of guys will do this, they'll tap with their index, but then you have to move your pick, and it's like, what the fuck? Keep the, the pick there so that you don't have to adjust your picking placement. And if you want, you can quickly go back to picking. Anyway, that's the way I do it. So that's the first shape. We got that middle finger tapping on the 12th fret of the D string. And actually through all these shapes, we're going to be tapping on that 12th fret of the D string. So it's a reoccurring pedal tone. And then it goes to an A major over C sharp, which is kind of like an inverted power chord shape. And then we're going to switch that to an actual power chord shape for the B minor. Alright, and still just tapping this 12th fret the whole time on the D string. Then we're moving to the F sharp, which F sharp minor, which is another power chord shape. And then the G, up to the D, back to the G, A. And I'm doing this little run up. And the key to this really is the left hand strength, or the fretting hand strength. You really got to get used to pile driving those fingers down, so because you're not relying on the pick to produce the tone, and you're changing strings, so you really got to smash those fingers down and get them strong. Which takes a little bit of time. Now, what's going on here with the right hand is I'm muting these strings. Like I said, I've got my palm on the bridge so that there's not any extra noise. So you want to do that, and you'll see me, it's hard to tell, but I'm actually on those strings and I'm muting the ones that I don't want to sound. Okay, cool. Now, let's hear it with the backing track. So I've got a Canon and D backing track here, and anytime you got a lick, this is a great way to approach it. Use an actual chord progression, as I said earlier. It's going to make your lick something that you can actually use in a musical context, and it's going to sound much better that way. So let's hear it a couple times with the backing track. Okay, so there you get to hear the lick in context, hear how it makes some music. Again, if you want the tab for this example, hit the link in the description below. That'll send you my Patreon page where you can also get the backing track that I just played along to. That's going to really expedite your progress and make you a musical badass. Who's your favorite finger tapper? Let me know in the comments section. There's a lot of good finger tappers to choose one. And who really started finger tapping? That's the question, right? Was it Eddie? Or was it that guy before Eddie? Was it Steve Hackett? Who the hell? Who the hell was it? If you're interested in more metal guitar and music theory tutorials, you may want to subscribe. Also, check me out on Instagram where I stream live. You can ask your questions. I do open mic, so I split the screen with you. You can show me your licks, and we'll have a good fucking time.